Today we've got the Weber grill out, and guys, we're doing a little maintenance on it. My one-touch cleaning system has gave up the ghost. The little star that turns in the bottom, well, this is, I've had this for about 4 years. I bought it second-handed off Craigslist, guys. This is $450 to buy a Weber Performer now. So if you've got a Performer, don't throw that thing away. For $15, you can order that star, get it put on. If you have any kind of handyman skills yourself, it is very easy to put on. So for 15 bucks, I'm putting this on there. Like I said, I bought this second-handed for $200 off of Craigslist. So had a great deal. It was kept covered on a covered porch. It looked new when I got it. I've kept it in the outdoor kitchen. So it's looking good, but these do give out because of the heat on them all the time. So we're gonna bring you in close, show you what it looks like in here, show you how to get that off and how to put it back on. So come in here close and let's look at this Weber Kettle Grill one-touch cleaning system. All right, guys, here we go. Pull the top grate out. Those don't need to be anywhere around. Bottom grate's coming out. You can see where that star, one side's broke out. I threw it away, and I just kind of, when it was warm, last time I used it, I just scraped it out real good. And this is our gas lighting system. So we're gonna have to be careful with that. I'm not real sure. I've never taken this part apart. We may have to undo these to get this off. We're gonna look at that, but I'm gonna try to take off the whole system. There's just 2 screws right there, 2 screws right there, and this should lift, but we're gonna see if I have to take out those 2 nuts right there. So I just got my cordless drill, guys. I'm gonna come in here and put it in reverse. In. Yep, let's tighten her up a little bit. There we go. Those are out. So what I'm going to do is pop these off. Be careful, there's little washers on them you want to get. I want to see if this will slide forward a little bit, and it does. I can see where the hose is connected here. Give y'all a close-up of that. And I think instead of taking all this unit off, you know what, that might be the easiest thing. I'm going to grab me a socket real quick. Pop those off there, then that whole unit should slide out. Won't be any problems at all. You can kind of see those hoses. There's the electric startup, the gas hose, and they attach right there with some screws. And inside here are the nuts. That's what we're fixing to take off. I'm just gonna take my socket here and take these off. And they're coming off real easy. I got them started. I'll be able to take them the rest of the way by hand. So let's get those off, get that unattached, and this gas line, and those will pull right out. All right, guys, you can see I got my bolts out. Just be careful here. This is gonna slide right out. There we go. Now we can pick this up. I'm gonna turn it over, and we'll let y'all see the top here. It's kind of rusted, been burnt. Like I said, this is original from when I got it, never been replaced before. So I'm thinking 6, 7 years old probably. So lasted a long time, $15 fix, can't beat that. I'm gonna turn this at you just so you can see, guys, where the gas assist came in. That's kind of where our handle goes to give you orientation of everything. That goes that way. I'm fixing to pop this off. I'll show you how to do that. It's real simple. I'm gonna take a screwdriver, pop this. This will come right off. The problem will be is we got to get this handle off. It's rusted pretty good. We have to whack it with a hammer a little bit, but it's gonna come off. Guys, as you can see right here, this is made so that you kind of twist it and it'll come out. But we got a lot of rust in here. I hadn't cleaned this part off. I cleaned some of the other off, but what I want to do is take this off right here. All I'm going to do is come in here, and we know this goes to the hole where the gas input came, right? So I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to pop this out a little bit. Use my finger and my screwdriver between the two of them. It's off. Front one's off. Now that's loose, I can slide it right off that handle. It's out of my way, and I can kind of grab this and work with it. I think what I'm gonna have to do, guys, is twist this until it breaks some of this rust loose right here. So put the screwdriver in it where I get a little torque. Oh, felt it there, it just broke loose. But it's gonna fit down in there. The next one is, so you've got to get this one right so it'll slide out. And I'm not gonna show you those grooves right now because it's so rusty in here, it'd be hard to see. I'll show you when the new one's going in, kind of what they look like when I'm talking about the grooves. They're gonna be in the fins, and there's a little fin, right, that's on here that slides in there, keeps it in place. But we're gonna take that out. It's done. I'll show you, I'll put a link for Backwoods Gourmet. Watch him do his. And he had a hammer that he whacked his with a couple of times. I don't have my hammer, so I'm gonna use my channel locks here. It's trying to bend over a little bit. So we may have to get a screwdriver, and yep, this is just pretty much between rust and burn is about trash. So let's see if we can get this knocked out of here. And there they go. They all fell out. Not in bad shape here. There's a little bit of rust. I think what I might do is, guys, is probably wouldn't hurt. Put a little Rust-Oleum on there and paint that. I don't have it with me right now, so I'm gonna have to go buy some. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go ahead and go through with this procedure, show you how we do it, and I'm probably gonna take it back apart. Put a little paint on that just to stop that rust, and then we'll go from there. Here's our box. Amazon, I'll put a link below where you can find one of these. $14.99, I think is what I paid for it. Next day delivery if you got Prime. I got Prime, so it came right to me. Let me show you what we have in the box. What we've got here, guys, are 3 of these fins, all right? Now look at the instructions, because I know this from watching Backwoods Gourmet. There is a specific way they want them to go. And there's some little holes on here. I know you have to line those holes up. And if we do this right, these are gonna line up. I hear my grandbaby, she's here. She must be coming out to see what Grandpa's doing. But anyways, we're gonna line these up, get the instructions out, see what it says. So, along with the fin, show you the other things. You have a little washer that goes on the bottom. So it's gonna be here, this is on the inside, all the way through, right? And then your little rod is gonna go in this hole right here. Let's see if we can focus on this where I can show you. Let's see if it'll focus there, and we got a fin on here. So when this goes in, it goes like this, right? So this is inside, so this is inside. This is outside, the fins are in between them, and this is on the bottom also. So what we're gonna do is just take this, put the fins on, put it through, this comes up from the bottom, then our handle. Granddaughter's gonna help. John's watching her while he's filming, but we're gonna get this done today. Number 3 has the little extra holes. So that's the number 3. The number is on the fins themselves, guys. But 3, the bottom one, is here. Then I'm gonna take number 1, number 2, okay? And they're gonna get lined up so that they will go on there properly. We got 1, we're gonna go clockwise. 2's the next one. The next one is 3. Kind of turn this over where y'all can see it, but you just work it in the hole just like that. And there we go. That's ready to go back inside of our kettle. Now guys, I'm gonna do this, and I saw this on Backwoods Gourmet. It said the number 1 fin goes this way towards your toward your handle, right? Well, if we were to do that, this would come out wrong because it doesn't have the, see the little hole for the fin to go in? It's not there, so I'm gonna turn it to this way. Now the number 2 is there, and this can go in, ready? All the way through, and then when you turn it down, it can't come back out, right? So we're pointing our number 2 toward where our gas was because that's the direction our clean out was. We're going that way. Now I'm gonna put this underneath, push it up through, and see if we can put the washer on it and get it lined up. So I'm just gonna take my fin, right? I'm going with number 2 and the one with the slot in it that way. So underneath, it's gonna pop up in here. And it's got a little spring to it. I think Backwoods Gourmet tells us that on his when you watch it. There we go. Washer is on. The top. Let's see what. Push that washer down. Going to take our rod and work it in right there. Use my screwdriver to lift it up a little bit so I can get my rod in here. All right, it's going through. That's it, and when I turn this down, now it cannot come back out. There it is. Could you hear my granddaughter growling there? She's been playing with the horses over there. She got on Samson, thought she was riding a real buck one a while ago. Anyways, this is ready to go back on. It's gonna go back on the same way it came off. We're just gonna turn this sideways, slip it in, turn it down. Now, I can put these back on there. So we're gonna come down, and these just pop in. See that little groove right there? That's where they go. That's all that holds it in place. I'm gonna let you see from the top, you can see that this star clean out is working. Whenever I turn it, it's closed and it's open. And it goes right with our instructions here. Let me see this. Should we show our open here? Show it closed over there. So that's working properly. Now what we're gonna do is turn it over, put it back on, and we're gonna be ready to cook. We're just gonna do this in reverse order than we did it a while ago, right guys? So put the ears on over here. Catch goes in the front. I don't think I showed you taking this off, but y'all, if y'all got a one touch, y'all know how it works. Now I'll tell you this, guys. Been using my slow and sear kettle a lot more since this. It's got some nice additions, things you can do with it that people do mods on a Weber Kettle for, but this clean out system is a better system. It's a little sturdier. I just like it a whole lot better than the slow and sear one. Not that it's bad, but Weber has perfected theirs over, I don't know, 100 years, however long they've been making those things. But anyways, that's ready to go. We're gonna flip it back over, feed our gas line into it, get that bolted back up, screw it down, and this Weber Kettle is gonna be ready to go, what? Another 6, 7, 8 years? Let's see if we can get it back on there. Just gonna take my gas line, feed it back into the hole. Okay guys, you can see I just feed that back in, line up my bolt holes. Give me a bolt in here. It goes in. I got a washer, and it's got a little lock nut on it. It's got a little, has a little star washer on it. Same thing on this side. All right guys, I'm gonna get a wrench on that, tighten it back up. We'll put it back in place in less than a half hour. Weber Kettle's going again. All right guys, that's in place. back with our nuts going in to secure it. Drop that in there. Now this frame could have moved away from the other one. You may have to wiggle it a little bit. And remember, don't tighten them up until you get them all started. So these two are started good. Go to the other side and start those. That one started. That one started. That way if anything shifted, you get them all started again. Instead of getting 3 of them tight, then realize you can't get the 4th nut in. But those are ready to go. All I got to do is tighten them up now. Take my cordless. And guys, this is a number 3 tip that I used. There it goes. And there we go. It's back in place. It's solid. Show you down below and let's see if it turns and works right. But we'll walk over here to the front. There we go, guys, right here. And you might say, hey, that's all on the side. It's not facing the front. All I can tell you is that's the way this one always has been. So it's here, open all the way, closed all the way. I'm usually running it somewhere in that area. Years ago, I used to have marks over here for quarter, half, and all the way open. But that closes it, so we're ready to go. Y'all can see it's good. Nothing wrong. They're kind of tight on here. They're a little bend to them so that they're kind of springy, but they're going to work that ash out. They're going to let our air flow real good, but that's a done deal. So our grate back in there. Might need to get a new grate for the top. This is the original grate, so it's getting a little wear on it, looking kind of old, so I'll probably order me one. Guys, last time I bought one of these was for an ugly drum smoker. I think they're 20, 25 bucks, something like that. So next time I go into Home Depot, I can pick one of those up or I can jump on Amazon and order one. But they're there. Here's my lid. And this Weber Performer is just as good as it ever has been. For $15, we're gonna be cooking on it. Got a lot of great cooks coming up. Gonna do a steakhouse pork chop for y'all. Big, thick pork chop that I got in from Chapman Beef. They're now selling chicken and pork, and I've tried some of their chicken. It was fantastic. I've been eating their beef for a while, but we're gonna try a couple of them great big pork chops, let you know how those turn out. But we got that video coming up, and you know we're always doing things on these Weber kettles. So a lot of videos on there. Check out my playlist on Weber Kettle. I appreciate you doing that. And remember, guys, to support the channel, give us those thumbs up, make a comment, share this thing, but most of all, watch the entire video. Always appreciate that, and get your friends to do the same. Thanks for stopping by Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. Always appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed my little tutorial on how to fix your Weber kettle. If you did, don't forget that thumbs up, and we'll see y'all down the road on Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. So long, everybody.
How them boys put food away beats all I've ever seen.